So I'm going to make another video because I have a couple things that I wanted to talk about. But let me start off first by saying I apologize about the quality of this camera. A couple of weeks ago I spilled water on my other one. And so I got another laptop because the other one just didn't turn on, it didn't work. So I didn't know what to do, so I got this other laptop. The only thing is, the webcam on it is terrible, as you can see. And my Logitech webcam that I actually used with all my other times I made videos, I have it, and every time I try to plug it into this laptop, nothing comes up to prompt me to upload it onto my laptop. Because I don't have the software, the original software, I guess, and I'm not sure what I should do. But that was an expensive webcam, and I'd like to use it so I can make videos again. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So I'm sorry. I was trying to make this like a really relaxing kind of video, and I feel like my voice was just so like harsh right there. But so then I tried to use this camera, but I just don't have a the cord that you use to plug into the laptop. So I'm going by memory card, and I'm really nervous that in the middle of talking it's gonna run out. And I don't have like movie editor anymore on my they don't put movie maker on laptops anymore, or do they? Because every time I get a laptop, I never have movie maker, and that's where I usually edit things, But I'm trying to find an editor because I want to edit like clips and movies and stuff, but you have to pay for all of them, right? I'll figure it out, I guess. I'll figure it out. So I just want to apologize about the quality of this. I haven't really had time to actually look into how to put my old webcam and have it work with with a new laptop, but I'll figure it out. I've just been very busy and really, like I said, haven't had the time. With that being said, we're going to proceed on to my next subjects and topics I want to talk about. I'm just trying to show that. Yeah. My flamingos. All right, listen, we're going to talk about other situations, other things. All right, so I actually quit my job, and I really feel terrible about that. Because before we move on, before we talk about that, I do want to say that I'm trying to figure out like what my channel on YouTube is gonna really represent. This is just like random stuff. Like I did mess around a little bit with some ASMR, and some eating, like that's like mukbang and all that. But I think maybe I should, when I do like eating like mukbangs, I get like maybe 100 or so views, and I don't get that many views at ASMR except for that one video. But I want to make another. I do have another channel called Lotus Lavender that I haven't really had the time to make videos, but when I start doing that, I'm gonna upload it to that channel, and I definitely will link it, and I will say where you can find that channel when I do make time to make the ASMR like relaxing videos, because I really feel like it could be therapeutic, and I do have a lot of ideas that I wrote down that I want to do. I even want to try to get a green screen and all that. I gotta figure out how to do all this stuff though. But I have time now because I quit my job. Yeah. And that's what I want to talk about right now. Okay? So, like I said, for 2 years I have not went anywhere. It's because of my DUI that I got, and that's a really serious issue. Like, I don't think people understand, like, certain states have pretty much like very they're very serious about it, you know? It was my second within 10 years. So, um, I got mine almost 10 years ago, and then I got another one like it was 3 years ago actually, 2015. I mean 14. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't dwell on it, you know. But I was put on that weekly drug testing and alcohol testing, and that really I wasn't able to leave or go on a trip or anything like that because if I did, I would miss it and I could go back to jail or whatever. But recently I just actually just got off of it. So now I have a little bit of freedom left, but I am still on probation. But if I go on a trip, I just have to report it. And I guess I got a new probation officer again. So this is my third probation officer. I mean, I'm not really too sure about, I guess now just don't get in trouble. You know, I don't want to get in any trouble. I won't get in trouble. I won't. Because, like, you know, like I said, I was working in this and that, but I quit and I feel really upset about that because I kind of feel like I was pressured a little bit to quit. And I'll explain why. It's not because of my job. They would keep me for as long as I want to be there because they like me and I'm a good worker. Um, you know how I said I wasn't able to travel? Well, for me, I really, really wanted my first trip or my first couple trips to be something that I plan, something that I plan, something that I saved money for, you know, myself. I put money towards when it's my itinerary and it's things I want to do, things I choose to do, activities I plan to do while on a trip, go with somebody I actually enjoy time with, like have a partner in crime that I actually, well, I know I will have fun with, um, you know, that kind of thing, and a place that I want to go. Well, listen to this. You know, like last month I went to Las Vegas for like the weekend. To me, that wasn't very crucial. I just went because, actually, I went because this guy that I kind of like, I knew he was going to be there, and he wanted me to be there. Not my friend, but this other guy that I know. I don't know. He's cool. All right, all right. But anyways, I'm not gonna say too much about that. That's why I went because I was like, oh, he's gonna be there, so okay. Um, so not because I really care. Like I've been to Las Vegas so many times, and every time I went, I've always went for some reason, and I've never really went as a tourist. And when I go to Las Vegas, I have things I want to do. Like I want to go and actually enjoy my trip, you know? Like, there's so many things to do there that I haven't really did. I want to go to Cirque du Soleil show, Cirque du Soleil. I want to go out to see the Grand Canyon. Um, I want to like um see Britney Spears, you know, she performs there. Lots of things, really, that I never do my friend invites me. Moss, his name is Moss. When he invites me, and when I go when he does, it's kind of like really not my cup. It's not really my trip. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of just following him around or just doing like feeling completely uncomfortable or not like you saw my other video. I posted a video. Maybe I'll repost it again. I took it down because I felt weird about it, but you'll see my friend is a loudmouth that like when I was trying to do a tour of the room, he didn't even notice. Like he's such in a bubble that he didn't even notice I'm doing a tour, and he's being like so like not, especially the C of the word, not considerate. Yeah, he's being like so inconsiderate that he screams in the middle of nowhere when I'm giving a tour, and I will put that up, and you'll see that he just wasn't even aware that I was trying to make a little tour. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of person he is. And when I spend too much time around him, I go crazy. I've known this guy. I used to live out in Hollywood, okay? That's how I know him. And so I've known him for a long time, like over 10 years. Oh, not 10, oh, not 10, over 10 years, but I've known him for maybe 7 years, I guess, or 8, or I'm not even sure anymore. Um, and you know, he's always like trying to help me out, but he has to understand that sometimes he had let me do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so So I've never been to a classy award show, and like I'm not gonna tell people I'm at the AVN Awards. Like we went there and we did other things. We didn't just the AVN Awards was one night, but we went to see Carrot Top and um Eddie Griffin and went to out to eat and stuff. But like we didn't do like things that I would do myself if I was in Vegas. Um, you know, like I don't know. Well, Brandon is cool. Like he's always fun to hang out with because I like to drink sometimes, and Moss doesn't drink, but I haven't need a drinking buddy, especially in Vegas, right? But today I'm not drinking though. I'm drinking water. Anyways, like I was saying, uh, yeah. So I've never been to something classy, and in April they're gonna have the ACM Awards, which is the American Country Music Awards, and that's something that I would like kind of be proud of and be like, hey, I'd post on Facebook or whatever and be like, yeah, I'm here. I'm not gonna post on Facebook that I went to the AVN Awards. Like, all power to them, but like I don't. People are gonna be like, why is she there? Like, why is she at the porn awards? And I'm thinking, why am I here too? No, I do enjoy it, but it's just not fun because when I'm sitting there, it's kind of awkward because it gets boring after a while, and I feel like so weird and out of place. I know I shouldn't feel that way, but I do because I'm not top notch right now. Like meaning, if I go somewhere, like I need money because I need money so I can look good and feel good. When I'm not on top of my game, I'm not gonna. It's gonna show. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying when I go on a trip. I need to be on my A game, meaning I need money for activities I want to do. I'm not just gonna go and just to go. I want to go and actually have fun and like enjoy myself and have somebody I can have fun with. You know what I'm saying? So now with that being said, um, yeah. So I really would like to go to ACM because I would want to see an actual like award show that I don't want to answer that right now because it's just taking me out of my mind frame. I want to go to a award show that I think would be like different than AVN Awards. Um, it's the Country Music Awards. Yes. Oh, why do people send me pictures? Because I can't get pictures on this freaking phone. Sorry. Like somebody just sent me a picture. Uh, anyways. Oh, it's like I don't even know what that is. It's just lights. So, anyways, yeah. So, yeah, I want to go to ACM Awards, and that's in Las Vegas, and that's in April. What my plan was is to keep working, not quit, because I need a car, and I'm trying to save up for a car, and like keep working. So Moss tells me you can go to ACM Awards if you go to New Orleans. And I'm like, why? Why do I have to go? I mean, okay, first of all, let me say something. New Orleans is one of the places I want to go to, okay? That's one of my freaking bucket list place I want to go to. And I've always wanted to go to New Orleans. New Orleans is a place that's me. It's a place that I want to work. I want to save money for. I saw a car driving. I want to save money for. I want to look and find things I want to do. I want to go with a partner in crime, okay? I want to go with somebody I know I'm going to have fun with, and I want to go and enjoy myself. That's a place I don't want to be taken from me by this guy. I don't want him to mossify it like he mossified Hollywood and Las Vegas. No, this is some place I want to go for myself. And he's going to make it like a place that's cheesy because he's cheesy. I think he's cheesy. But now like he was saying because we're friends with Ron and a couple other people, and he's saying no, they want control. They need to be in control. That's why they do the things they do. No, he needs to be in. He was talking about himself because he needs to be in control. Because by making me go to New Orleans or else I can't go to the ACM Awards. That's control. That's control. And he wants to control. And he's making me go somewhere like I'm not ready to go to. And I don't want to go with him because he irritates me and I can't stand when I'm in Hollywood, at least I have other friends out there. Las Vegas, I mean, yeah, New Orleans, I want to like actually enjoy myself. Like I want to like check out the cemeteries or go on ghost tours or go on one of those like boats that go through the swamp. But I want to do that with somebody that I am really actual friends with. like I'm friends with Moss, but I don't know, like he found me or something. I don't know. He just was placed into my life. um, he said his other friend is going to be there, this girl, and that I'll get along with her, which is fine. But I don't know her either. Like, I don't know. I don't have to pay for the trip though, so why not, right? Because he's gonna buy the ticket. I think he gets off frequent flyer miles, like, but he's gonna pay for food. And I told him I want to stay at an Airbnb because there's you could get like they're the same price as a hotel, and they're cuter. They're like little cottages or little homes, little houses. I don't want to stay in a hotel, but he's getting hotel for free. See, everything he knows how to get for free. That's why he does things. And he didn't even take into consideration Airbnb or none of that. And when I brought up things I'd like to go to, like if he's not gonna pay for it. I mean everything he acts like he's getting me a plane ticket. Yeah, but it's from frequent flyer miles, this and that, whatever. And he's only my friend. Like he doesn't ever make me uncomfortable. And he knows that we're friends. He's like my brother. He never like you think maybe he thinks he's gonna um get anywhere, but that's not the way it is. But I just had to say that. um, but yeah, so I do want to go to New Orleans, but I don't know. I have to go. So that's in 2 weeks. So you know what? That meant that I had to put in my 2 weeks and quit my job because I don't have any vacation until after March, and then I'll have a week. And I'm like, I just took a vacation when I went to Vegas, and shut up. Sorry, I just took a vacation when I went to Vegas, and now I'm gonna have to take off again a week. Like I feel like I've been taking off too much, and so I just put my 2 weeks, and I feel really terrible about it. Like last night was my last night, and I lied to my parents. I didn't. They gave me a ride right now because I don't have a car, and um I didn't. They would be upset if I told them I quit because what am I supposed to do? I need a job, and I said, I think it's slowing down at work. I don't know. Like, I really was not ready to quit. Like, if it was up to me, I would have stayed there for maybe until March after I could take a week vacation. Then I would take the week to go to the ACMs. Why do I have to go to New Orleans with him? Like, why can't he just let me be and just give me a ticket to the ACM Wars? Like, what? And Brandon's gonna be there, I think. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing around, uh, but yeah. So this just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's just really inconvenient for me because he's rich. He has money. I won't even tell you. Like he does though. Good for him, but he doesn't understand that some people are poor. Some people don't have money. And like what am I supposed to do now? You know? Like I shouldn't have quit and he doesn't respect that at all. He has no comprehension of how it's yes, I need money. I need to save for a car. Why are you making me I know I don't have to go to ACM Wars or any of this, but now I'm going to move on because I want to say something about my job. Okay, I just gave myself a headache. Wow, freak. That's okay. Anyways, all right. So I want to say something about my job. I've been there over a year. Excuse me. And it started out as a temp job, and I actually applied because when I saw the ad or whatever, it said 10 to 7, right? And I'm like, oh, that's perfect hours, Monday to Friday. So I was a temp there for a month. I was on the warehouse part where we actually just package things, box things, shipments. By the way, I worked it's Majestic and it's baseball uniforms for Major League Baseball, and we make the uniforms there and we ship them off for the actual players, but also it's retail stuff too. So the first time I was there, I applied and I went to the temp agency, and my friend's like asking me stupid small talk questions, and I don't know why. Like I reply, but very yeah, what? Um, so I applied to the temp agency, and I was there for a month, and then they called me and said they didn't need me there. So I was like, okay. couple of days later, they called me back and said, well, we could bring you back. We have another job, but can you work from 4:30 to 3 a.m.? I was like, oh no, I can't work that, right? 4:30 to 3 a.m. I'm like, no, I can't. That's too, nah. I can't work that, right? But anyways, I was like, you know what? I should just do it. It's a temp job, whatever. So I was like, okay, fine. So I went and they were training. First, they trained me during daytime hours from 7 to 3:30, but we did a lot of overtime, so I was working actually 6 to 4:30, and then we worked Saturday and even Sunday, but I got a lot of overtime. And when you work on Sunday, you get double time and a half, except I was a temp, so I didn't at the time. So anyways, it was pretty busy, and then finally after 2 weeks we had, or 3 weeks maybe, we me and this other lady, we switched to the 4:30 to 3 a.m. and we were running, the printers and everything, and so that's what I was doing, and I did that for like, um, well, let's say I started there in October, and it was busy for spring training, and we were getting things ready, and like we got other temps too that were helping us because we had a lot of work, and I was really waiting for the job to finally, like, I was waiting for them to lay me off, because you collect unemployment, and to me it was rough working till three in the morning, but they never really did. And what happened was, the actual head boss, one of the bosses, big boss guy, actually came up and said that they'd like to hire me. So I'm like, I was like, oh, okay. I really didn't want to get hired, because, but I was like, okay. So, so they did hire me eventually, but then when I got the email, it looked like I was going to be making less than what I made at the temp agency. I'm like, no, I can't do this. And I said, I'm not interested anymore. And for a week, I didn't take up the offer. I had a week off, and I'm like, but then I thought about it, and my dad's like, no, you should take that job. It's good, this and that. So I was like, I emailed them back, and I was like, okay. And this was last March, actually. So I got hired last March. Okay. Right now it's February 2017. But so I got hired in March. And yeah, and they said after 6 months you get a week's vacation. After a year you get 2 weeks vacation, and that's like perfect. And it was union. It was a union job, and I got like my medical insurance and all that. And I was actually making more than. I actually think I got a raise more because my paychecks, I've been noticing, have been bigger. um, but you know what? So I was working, and I was like, I'm gonna stay until September. That'd be 6 months. Take my week vacation, and then just quit or find something else. So I worked there until September, and then I found out that second shift, since I was the only person in my department which was laser cutting. Second shift was mostly consisting of weeding, which is pulling the things off. Yeah, weeding. Also trimming, where I did that too, like where you trim like the little frays that come off the uniform, like the jerseys. Setup and embroidery and sewing. That's really and I was like in laser cutting, which I cut out the logos, with the laser thing on a big printer, and I had to find the files. Okay, I'll explain more about that later. But anyway, sewing and all that, they shut down for a week during holiday Christmas, so I couldn't take my week. I had to keep my holiday hours until Christmas, right? So I was like, what the heck? So I was just like, I'm just gonna wait then. I'm gonna wait until Christmas, and after that, then I'll have my paid vacation, and then I'll just like put in my 2 weeks because I don't like working till 3 in the morning. And now let's fast forward to why I don't like working till 3 in the morning. Or it's slowed down for a little bit, so I actually had work in setup and trimming. I've had lots of work all over the warehouse, so I have a lot of that experience to put on a resume. I got to write up a resume, but I do have a lot of experience. Thanks to Majestic, I'm actually grateful of that. But let me just say something. I am in second shift after, see, like first shift gets overtime a lot, and you get more money. I never get offered overtime, so when I would go to work, they're supposed to leave at 3:30. I know it's 25 minutes. Thank you so much for listening, if you are, but I'm not drinking a beer. I wish I was, but I do have a beer. Maybe I should. um, it's Friday after all, right? Yeah, I might watch Netflix or something. I don't know. I put makeup on because I never get to wear makeup, and to me, just putting on makeup makes me feel good. Because I don't wear makeup at work. Like I just look like a slob when I go to work. Um, but I would get there and it'd be like 4:30, and they would be there. And as soon as I got there, I would be like, "Oh, this printer, that printer, that." Like I'm like, "Oh my gosh, let me punch in." They're saying, "Oh, this sheet doesn't need," telling me like what's going on. Okay, in the daytime, there is like, let's see, there's Karen, there's David, there's Brad, there's Ibrahim, he's Bulgarian. There's also Yvonne, and there's also Myrna, and then there's also the I don't remember. There's like 7 people, basically. And there's 12 printers. Each person gets 1 printer or 2 printers. I don't know really exactly. But they have a casual, very easy day because they're on 1 printer or 2 printers, right? Okay, so me, I have to finish up everybody else's work and my own work. And really, this is the way I like to work when I went there. I want to clear off the printers that I like. There's 2 printers that I use specifically for my own work, so I try to clear them off. I try to clear them off so that I can have them so I can just focus on my work. But I'm very OCD or whatever because like I feel like I have to finish up other people's work, and they leave the printers on, and I see it flashing the lights because it flashed when it needs to be like when you need to start printing on it. So to let you know that it's done printing and to start printing again. So for me, I'm very OCD about that or whatever. Like I need to go over and print it out because I want to print everybody. I want to finish everybody else's work so I can shut their printers off so I can finally just focus on my work and just have a day and coast by with work. Well, I can't coast by when I see this person's computer and they have all this work on it and they left a note for me telling me what I need to do. That person's work, that person's printer has work on it and they left a note for me telling me what I need to do. That person left a note for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these, a lot of times I just would fill out the rest of the page because I know it's easier for them in the morning so they don't have to measure the media, which is okay. This is what we do when I do I should have showed you an example of like one of the logos. Just 1 minute, okay? Okay, so yeah, so the printer we have to go and get rolls from the I know this is really long, but I really wanted to go into detail about explaining because I was like so worried at work. Yeah. So what happens is we get a roll of material, and that's what prints out the logo or whatever it is that it prints out the names or the letters or the logos for the jersey. And I have a couple jerseys that I could show you. Should I go get it? Hold on, hold on. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm back. I am back. All right, so let me show you. This is a jersey for my job, right? Now, oh, this one doesn't have a name in the back, but when you know how in the back of the baseball uniform, you see the name. Those letters are what I print out in the laser cutting. For example, this is like a cheap one for retail, so this isn't actually sewed. This is already, but when I do it, we print this out, laser print it out. Blah blah blah. I just wanted to show this as an example. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, so what I do is the way it prints out is there's big printers. I actually took a couple videos there on Instagram of like how it prints out the logo. And you get the sheet, and it's like when you do letters, you do it to 40 inches because then it fits the most letter. When you're doing back numbers, the back numbers are 8 inches, so it only fits if you measure the sheet to 36 inches, then there's not gonna be any like extra space, so it prints out everything. This is what I always did. People don't do that though. No, they don't. They will print out letters to 36. They will print out numbers to 40, and they won't leave a note. When I did it, I left a note saying, I printed this out. I used 40-inch sheet so that they have an idea and they know um, what to use or how. So they just know. Excuse me. Like I have stuffy nose from being in this freaking heat all the time. Yeah, but I'm very considerate in the way I work, and I'm very OCD, and I need to make sure that everything is going to be smooth, not only for myself, but the people who are going to work after me. But people don't do that. But before we go on, here's an example. This is the New York Yankees logo that I print out, and this is actually called 6700 PSA Navy, and it's called PSA because it's kind of sticky. Like if you go like this, sorry, you go like this and it peels off that, and this part sticks. So when they do the embroidery, it sticks for a guideline or something, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so I am gonna miss that job, and I really was not ready to quit just yet, but I am venting about what I had to deal with, and I get so stressed out, and I got headaches because this is like plasticky. So when you're printing it, it kind of like there's fumes, and I was always getting headaches, And so yeah, so people they don't know how to set things right. When you set a media, it's like here's the big sheet like this, the size of this. Well, you set within the perimeter so that it doesn't like the letters don't print out farther than that. It stays within the perimeter of the sheet. So, people didn't know how to do that, right? They would do it and I'd have to finish up their work because they didn't shut the machines down because I was supposed to finish their work. So when I would go over there and print it, oh, great. So the letters are running off the sheet. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm not even going to try. And if people didn't leave, they left piles. Like I always did piles of 50 and I would put it in a rubber band that was mean it was 50, or I would write it down if the sheet stopped and they only print out 30, I'd say the letter A if it was letter A and a slash and 30, so they know. Nobody did that for me. I'd have to count it out, right? I'd have to count and see, okay, thanks for leaving a note. And like I feel like I'm just there's so many things though. And then the separate part, like that's the printer, right? Where you have to go get the sheet. It's these big rolls of like the material, and they're not on the printer. Okay, you have to go. There's a table, and they're all like there's like this big like thing, and it holds up all the rolls with the colors. And then there's the PSA, the sticky side. There's the HP side, which is just the not sticky side on the back. And there's a sticky side because sometimes we do 2 layers, where you have to like, do 2 layers. And then the laser cuts halfway through and then you could peel. That's called weeding, when you could peel it and like the bottom layer still there. Anyways, a lot of times like people would see that a roll was gonna end, but they never ordered a roll from the cage. The people that actually would go and get from the forklift, they would take the roll and make sure you're supposed to stock things, right? Make sure it's stocked for the night shift, like me, and I'm the only person working night shift, right? So, and those rolls are heavy. You actually need 2 people to put the rolls up on the thing, whatever. And a lot of times people would see that it was going to run out, but they pretend they don't because they don't even bother making the sheets for me. The sheet is 40-inch or 36, like I said. You make those for if you see you're going to run out, make it for the next person. Be considerate, like make it for the next person and get them stocked so that they don't have to like go out of the way. And especially when I'm running not only for myself, I'm running everybody else's printer. You know what I'm saying? Like and people don't get things ready for me, and they don't they don't write and go get like a roll if they know I'm gonna run out. I had to go all the way and get Carrie, who does setup, but he knows how, he has the key to get into the cage and get the roll. I always had to go and get him to bring out a roll for me, because these people never never made sure I was stocked at night. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so for me, I'm OCD and I can't just, I have to finish up their work so I can focus on mine. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I very multitask. So I run around, um, I work on mine. And then when that slows, I go to the next printer and then I work on that. I just want to get it over with. And then I'll move on to another printer. Like I'll do mine and then somebody else, David's printer, his job. And then after I finish David's, I'll try to finish Brad's or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because to me that's just the way, like I need to shut their work down so I can just focus on mine. And I just finish what they had to say. I don't bag their stuff. They don't bag it. You have stacks of big back numbers. Put it in a bag and write the label. I'm not going to do that. I used to do that, but I'm not going to do extra work that isn't my work to begin with. And when you finish other people's work, it's kind of like going into somebody's house that isn't your house and trying to live in their house. Like everybody has their own way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their own weird way of doing things. It'd be like going and trying to wash somebody else's laundry. Like it's not your laundry. It feels weird. Like why are you washing their laundry? Or like why are you like cleaning their bedroom? You know what I'm saying? It's not yours, so like it just feels weird. Like I have my own way of doing things, which is very neat, and I like to be precise. But sometimes I get, when I was working there, like just finishing up everybody else's work, their mess, and trying to get on mine because I had a lot of work and I like to finish my work before the day's done. I work 10 hours a night, and it's just very stressful for me. And like I really can't. So after a while, I would get so like um frustrated, like just distracted and not focused, because this is how I would get focused. If it's a day and I have my own printers and I go to work, okay, and I get my assignment and I'm like, okay, great, and I look what sheets I need, what material, what color I need, what file I need to pull up. Yeah, that's my work. That's fine. Let's do it. Okay, I'll do it. I'll go get my sheets. Okay, I got it under control. This is my job. Okay. When I have to go and do that, but then go to then finish up Karen's work that she did before me, and I'm like, what is she doing? What is she working on? There's no note here to tell me what's going on. Okay, I had to figure it out myself. Okay, I have to count this pile for myself. Oh, she didn't get me a sheet. Okay, I have to go and get a sheet. Oh, darn it, the roll is done. There's not even anything. I had to go get Carrie to get a roll. That, that gets so frustrating. And like I just can't deal with it anymore. And I'm not even getting like piece rate. Like everybody else gets piece rate, meaning it's incentive based, I guess. I didn't even get that. So it was just a lot of work and very stressful for me because I'm finishing up everybody else's mess. And last night, let me tell you something. I made a mistake and I felt like crying. Like I like really felt horrible. We had I went to work and I finished up everybody else's work and I had my assignment and my order. I call it order. I don't know what they call it, but I call it order. Then my label. Um and it said front number and back number. The front number said desert red over black. The back number said black over desert red. I guess I read it wrong. I read back number as black over desert red. So I made the sheets and I didn't really look at it while I was doing it. I brought up the file and I was printing out on the 36-inch sheet, layered, black over desert red. And I set it up and I was printing out the numbers, the back numbers for the jersey. It was, yeah, I forgot what team it was. Who does desert red over? I don't know. Pirates maybe. um, I forgot. But anyways, then at the end, when I was finally done after hours and hours of working on that, the label, because I was so distracted, I was finishing up David's work. I was finishing up the work that was still on the printer I like to use for myself. Usually, because I had 3 layers. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I looked at it, I'm like, oh shoot. Okay, the back numbers are desert red over black. This whole time I've been doing it wrong. I've been doing desert red over black. And I'm like, that's it. I wrote a note. I'm so sorry. I apologize and this and that. And I was goodness. Okay. And that was my last day, and like this girl Yvonne, I have her, she said, oh, just leave notes, like little hidden messages when or whatever on the print out little message. I swear I did not do that on purpose. I really didn't do that on purpose. I really like genuinely messed up. That job though, I'm saying I feel bad. Yeah, I do feel bad, and I do know a lot of people there, friends and people I worked with, my coworkers, this and that. And I feel bad about like quitting that job. But let me say something. I worked there for over a year. I really haven't been able to enjoy myself really, for quite some time. So rather than complaining, like I do complain a lot, I'm gonna actually take some time off. Okay, relax, chill. I have money saved. Of course, the money was supposed to go for a car, but that's fine. I'll survive. Plus I live in housing, so you know how housing works, housing assistance. I'm only living here temporarily until I find a husband. Anyways, yeah. So, I don't know. um, I said all that. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna go to New Orleans. Gonna actually like being there. I'm sure this girl that Moss is friends with will be cool, and that'll be fun. And then I'm going to go to ACM Awards and I will report on that. I'm going to put up the video though that I took down. Just going to put it up. Heck, who cares? And after that, I don't know. I have to get another job, but who knows what the future has in store for me. I feel so much better now that after I said the story though. Okay, thank you all for listening. And again, like I said, I'm trying to find what my content's going to be. My content. Like I have so many viewers, not really. I'm gonna do the Lotus Lavender because I like lavender. Can't you tell? My lips are lavender. And Lotus is just Lotus. So I'm gonna do that for ASMR, and I'll just keep like um, my random crap on this channel and the mukbangs, bang bang. All right. So, anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna get going. Enjoy your Friday, people. I'm gonna not sure what I'm gonna do. All right. Bye bye.